A Beaumont, Texas hospital evacuated nearly 200 patients today after flooding from Harvey cut off the city's water supply. Baptist Beaumont Hospital is located just west of the Neches River, which overflowed, pushing floodwaters into the city's pump station. Workers will have to wait for waters to recede to assess how bad the damage is. Haley Morrow is a spokesperson for the Beaumont Police Department and joins me now by phone to talk about what's going on there. Haley, what can you tell us right now about the water supply there?
Well, right now we're working on several different plans to get water to our citizens. We're having assets on their way. We just want to reassure our citizens that help is coming. Don't panic. But what we did during Hurricane Ike is we set up water stations around the city. So as soon as we get that available, we will announce through our Facebook page, through a press release, that where those locations are going to be. Right now, our main priority is still life safety. We're still operating, doing emergency operations and rescuing people from high water. So number one, we want to get them out of that harm's way, and then our second top priority is getting water supply to our city.
And I think people understand, obviously, life the most precious thing first before the water. But any idea, when you mention those water stations, that you may be able to get those up? Any kind of timeline that you can give us as to when that may happen?
I don't have an exact timeline right this second. Our Emergency Operations Center and our city officials, they're in meeting after meeting after meeting, and it's just a busy operation trying to get assets to our city. Kind of right now, Beaumont's a little bit on an island. A lot of the major thoroughfares that bring supplies into our city are cut off because of water over the roadway. So we're working with that, but we want to just continue to assure our citizens that help is coming.
Any idea of what needs to happen now to get the water back on? Not just those water stations, but what needs to be done in order to get the city water back on?
Well, we have two facilities, and they're both located on the Neches River, about 10 miles from each other, and they're both underwater. So we're working on an alternative plan. However, that's going to take a little bit of time, so we're just asking everyone to be as patient as possible. We don't have an exact timeline, but just know that everything is in place for us to get it going as quickly as possible. You
mentioned those roadways that, and Anna Werner, one of our reporters, was talking about it earlier, that they're flooded over, sort of putting Beaumont a little bit on an island there. Have those waters begun to recede at all, maybe giving some indication that it may get easier to get there to Beaumont?
Not that I know of. We're, again, in the Emergency Operations Center right now. Of course, still those water rescues are number one priority. Second priority is getting water into the city, bottled water for our citizens. So I haven't had a chance to go out in the field and see exactly what it looks like. We are hoping that the water will recede. It is a little bit sunshiny here, so that's a plus.
Right.
But we're going to continue to monitor, and we will assess as the hours go by.
And Haley, for anybody who's there, some may be watching or listening, advice that you'd give them right now if they're concerned that they now have no more water or they're down to 2 bottles of water at this point, what advice would you give them?
The best advice is going to be to try to stay inside if you're able to. Don't get outside and get yourself overheated, things like that. Use your water sparingly, and just pay attention to your local news media and the Beaumont Police Facebook page, just because as soon as we get those assets in place, we're going to be releasing that information. And as you can imagine, we're expecting that people are going to be rushing to those areas. So just be paying attention and be ready for that. But we're doing everything that we can to get the supplies to our area and to help our citizens.
Haley Morrow, a spokesperson for the Beaumont Police Department, with the very latest on what is, I guess, also a situation that continues to develop with the water supply out there in Beaumont. Haley, thank you for the latest. We appreciate it.
Thank you.